Coming at you live from my home studio in beautiful La Puente, California. This is a quick hitter all Dodgers podcast. What is going on, Clinton Nation? Didn't plan on doing anything tonight, but you know what? Ken Rosenthal said, we ride. There is some new Juan Soto news. There's apparently deals out there. One of those deals includes the Dodgers offering gobs and gobs of money. We're talking about that. Just some quick reactions. Have some fun with this. What does it mean for Teoscar Hernandez if the Dodgers sign Juan Soto? What do we believe? I don't know. Just things. We're going to be here for a little bit. It's more so talking about the latest. So we'll dive into that right now on another edition of the All Dodgers podcast. If you don't know me, my name is Clint Pasillas. I'm a longtime baseball writer, sports editor. I've been talking about the Dodgers for years here on the internet. I do it here on my own channel now. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you want Juan Soto to be a Dodger, hit the like button. If you don't want him to be a Dodger, that's called gaming the system. But we're going to jump right into this. Sound off in the comments. Appreciate you guys hanging out there. I see JR saying 8 Pete. Not talking a repeat. Is it not talking about repeat, 3 Pete, even a 4 Pete? You're talking minimum 8 Pete. And that is what the Dodgers would be doing if they sign Juan Soto. You're talking about an insane amount of talent, insane amount of money as well, but an insane amount of talent that would be in that Dodgers clubhouse that's being, renovated at the moment. But let's back it up for a second. For the people who don't know, Ken Rosenthal of The Athletic, colleague at with Foul Territory, dropped a report a little bit ago. Of course, Scott Boras was at Dodger Stadium. Scott Boras had some visibility as part of the Blake Snell official presser today at Dodger Stadium. So people had an opportunity to talk to Scott Boras a little bit, who is Juan Soto's agent. Anyways, here's the point. Let's get to the fucking point already. I'm just going to throw out some key points from the article in The Athletic. I got no graphics. I got nothing to throw in here. Daniel Barry, though, hey, how about that? Subscribe to the channel now. It says member for 2 months. Why not Soto? Why not Soto? Appreciate Daniel Barry Sports supporting the channel as a YouTube member. But you saw it in the title. The floor right now, contract value for Juan Soto is a reported $600 million. Technically, $600 million plus. There are that deal is expected to be somewhere 12 years, maybe longer. So I guess that would put Soto, what is that, 38, 39 years old. He would be older, but I think the bat would play. We don't need to get that far ahead. Let's focus on the right now. The teams that are in, the Mets, of course. We talked last night a little bit about the Red Sox, a little bit about the Blue Jays. The Yankees, of course, will be in until they're not in. But the name we're caring about right now, Los Angeles Dodgers, in on Juan Soto. The other part of the report, too, Scott Boras told reporters that his camp, the Soto camp, has begun the process of eliminating teams that will not be in the honest hunt for Juan Soto services for the next decade. Plus, Ken Rosenthal adds something I've been saying all offseason long, which is why I've never really got my hopes up exceptionally high when it comes to Juan Soto. Of course, you read a report like this, you see this kind of stuff, and you're like, hey, you know what, maybe Juan Soto could be a Dodger. And you feel, one of the things we've maintained on this channel really the last month, is you could find a way to love Juan Soto with his problems. His problems are only defense. That's about it. That's the only issue with Juan Soto. We know very little about how he is in the clubhouse. It's all speculation. The Dodgers do things well. I think you could find a way to make him a better person if he's a bad person. But again, we don't know. None of us have firsthand knowledge. I said a couple weeks ago I want to talk to a former teammate of his I have access to. I'm going to do that this week. But we do have, and I understand this is a little scatterbrained. I'm sorry. Didn't plan on going live tonight, but I figured I'd talk about this just for a little bit, just so we have something stewing, getting some thoughts in from you guys. We do have a $4.99 super chat from our friend Richie Flores, of course, says Correa and Soto to the Dodgers. Might as well trade for a serial killer. When does the plane from Toronto land? F. Juan Soto. Now, Richie Flores is absolutely a Juan Soto hater, and that's fine. You can maintain that. You can maintain that stance. I think you could also find a way to love Juan Soto when you look at the numbers, when you look at the bat. Generational talent. We throw this out there. This is arguably the best hitter in the game today, maybe the best pure hitter, complete hitter when you're talking about on base, slug, bat to ball, the most complete hitter in baseball from the last 10 years. I don't know. You could argue about this till you're blue in the face. But the thing is, Juan Soto real good at hitting baseball, real good at getting on base, real good at helping teams win baseball games. And if you want a team to win baseball game, bad segue into that thing I got to do, Bet Online. Guys, I got to tell you about that. Bet Online continues to be the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, Bet Online provides you with all the action and the ability to watch the games as they happen with the largest selection of odds on everything from football, the NBA, college basketball, NHL, UFC. It's all there. Head to Bet Online today. Don't forget to use our promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, the game starts here. So again, let's just kind of talk about this very briefly. I don't want to make this a long show. I don't want to make this a bunch of speculation. This is just the report on where we're at right now. A lot of reporters are going to have follow-ups tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's going to be a bigger day, a better day to talk a whole lot about this stuff. But again, Dodgers in the hunt, in the running, above that $600 million mark. Apparently, if you're reading what Ken Rosenthal's throwing out there, I'm sure he's going to have a busy time on foul territory tomorrow with the boys because he tends to be there a good amount. But if I'm trying to sell myself on this, outside of Nando390 wants it a long show. Look, your boy's tired. It's been a long day. Hopefully, maybe we'll do some more tomorrow. Maybe we'll do some more later this week. But these shorter videos, also people seem to enjoy them. They seem to enjoy them. So we'll a little bit for everybody here on the All Dodgers channel. When you're talking about adding Juan Soto, again, it's the talent, it's the bat, it's everything that comes with that. Yes, they're repeating, going back. There are issues. The defense, maybe the base running. But he's never played for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and they help everybody get better. They absolutely help everybody get better. I haven't seen too many players get worse. Disregard Noah Syndergaard, and then what I said was smart. But this is what we have to look at right now. I've talked a decent amount this offseason about the whole idea of future-proofing this team. For the Dodgers, look, money is coming off the books over the next couple of years. This team is just manufacturing money right now in the Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu, Yamamoto era. Maybe in a month from now, the Roki Sasaki era. We don't know, but Juan Soto would also put some butts in the seats, I'll tell you that much. But money is coming off the books. Max Muncy is could be a free agent after next season. I doubt that much, but Freddie Freeman after 2027 is going to free agency. Right now, they don't have an outfield without Teoscar Hernandez having been re-signed. As I see my guy Kevin in the chat, producer Kevin says breaking Juan Soto is better than Noah Syndergaard. And I'm going to need to see some sources on that one there, Kimo Sabi. But again, I've talked about future-proofing this team. And this, a Juan Soto signing takes away the guesswork when it comes to talent on the field. As we sit here, the outfield, if this team is playing Tommy Edman at shortstop, the outfield is a not so good. It's Chris Taylor. You have to have Tommy Edman in the outfield, but it's Chris Taylor, it's Andy Pages, and I guess Tommy Edman is out there. We're not going to see Dalton Rushing out there. We also don't know anything about Dalton Rushing, the team's top prospect. We don't know anything about him as a major league hitter. So you get one bona fide star, one bona fide hitter, somebody that's ready to plug in, set it and forget it. Rest in peace, Ron Popeil. You future-proof the team. It takes away the guesswork when it comes to talent. The next wave that comes up, if they're good, cool. You find a way to fit them in. I'll take a good hitting Dalton Rushing over Chris Taylor. If Kike Hernandez doesn't come back, Daniel Prodigy saying James Outman gone. Yeah, if I give me this is I understand it's gonna be a very hot take, but give me Juan Soto over James Outman ever setting foot in a major league outfield in a Dodgers uniform again. And I love James Outman, but he's not a Dodger. Like, he's not ready to be a Dodger. He's not maybe he can be an everyday starting center fielder for the Miami Marlins, for the Chicago White Sox, for insert other bad teams name here, Anaheim Angels. But the Dodgers right now are in this window where they need to win. It's not they're trying to win. No, they need to win. You maximize this window you have over the next few years with Freddie Freeman still in tow, Mookie Betts still being on the younger side, Shohei Ohtani in the lineup, Will Smith extended, Tommy Edman extended. You keep this. You keep adding talent to this. And yeah, if it's $600 million, hey, we know the Dodgers are going to find a way to bring down that AAV just a bit with some deferrals, with signing bonuses, all that kind of stuff. It's not figuring out if a prospect can come up and eventually put the pieces together and become good, become a worthwhile bit of talent or whatever, become a key component to the Dodgers lineup. No, Juan Soto is good right now. And that's the thing that's fun about the idea of Juan Soto. Arguably, I'll say it again, arguably the most complete hitter in the game today as the phone goes off. So again, if you can add during this window, you'd be doing yourself a disservice to not go out and try to get Juan Soto. I still believe what Ken Rosenthal said. I still think the Mets are going to be the eventual top landing spot. I think there's not a way Steve Cohen finds himself being outbid, but you can have all the money being thrown at you in the world. He's going to make, Juan Soto would make a shit ton of money with any team that he signs with. He would have the best opportunity to win, the best front office, best clubhouse, best teammates. Maybe I'm being biased about it, but all of those would be in LA. Pika Peeps is not a complete player. Fair. Is the most complete hitter in baseball today. I will stand on that hill proudly. Shohei Ohtani has a lot of holes in his swing, and he's still as good as he is. Juan Soto, complete hitter. But, yeah, defense, it's a struggle. Maybe new outfield coach Dino Ebel could help him out. We talked to Dino, of course, on Dodgers territory this week about what he'll be doing in the outfield. He'll be doing a little bit of stuff. But anyways, you get him. That was nothing. I could have just plugged the show and walked away, but I tried to add, and there was no reason for that. There's no reason. I'm wasting your time. I'm wasting my time with that. The point is, you need Juan Soto now, and you wonder if this is why, like the maybe Teoscar Hernandez re-signing. Maybe that's why it hasn't happened immediately. Why it hasn't happened sooner. And I also wonder what SK says, holes. Clint, what are you smoking? What holes are we talking about? Who's smoking holes? You let us know in the comments below. But yeah, you don't have an outfield. You need an outfield. I don't want to just keep talking on repeat here. So I'll read some comments and then we'll probably get out of here. But I do wonder, if they do sign him, is Teoscar Hernandez off the board? Do they just get, some sort of super talented team, some sort of crazy, what is that, the movie with the rabbit and the Michael Jordan? You guys know what I'm talking about. Space Jam. There we go. Get the monsters or something like that. I don't know, man. I'm just saying things right now. But Sir Passes 10 says, I am 12. He has the documentation for it. That's about it. I don't want this to be a long stream. I didn't want to be here for a while. I just, looking at this, I'm honestly, I knew the Dodgers would be in play at this point in the offseason in some way, shape, or form. But I didn't think they would be up in that past $600 million range, decade, 12 years. I didn't think they would go that high. And maybe, when we talked a couple weeks ago about the idea of, or there was a rumor about, what am I trying to find? Again, I wasn't planning. My brain was shut off tonight, so I'm sorry if you feel like I'm wasting your time. I'm here hanging out with you guys, and hopefully you're enjoying something. Hopefully you're enjoying the effort. But we heard about the opt-outs, and maybe the Dodgers are hoping or planning on that. But if Soto's good, maybe you don't want him to opt out. But if there's going to be a time for Juan Soto to be a Dodger, I guess it's now. I don't know. I'm just saying things at this point. There it is. Alfonso saying the dream team. It would be a dream team. It really would. Some people obviously not very high on Juan Soto. We've talked about SK saying that I'm hard for Juan Soto. I'm surprised that we are talking about it because I've been checked out on Soto. I didn't think the Dodgers would be in play at this point. I've maintained the entirety of this offseason, which is now a little over a month long since the Dodgers won the World Series. I've maintained that you can be okay. You can find a way to love Juan Soto if the pieces fall together, if he somehow falls to the Dodgers. I don't think the Dodgers are going to chase him, and that's where I've always felt it's not that it's an absolute zero chance of Juan Soto signing with the Dodgers. And again, this is all just speculation. It's not even speculation. This is just, I don't know, like talking myself around it, I don't know if I'm trying to take both sides of this. If you get Juan Soto, I'd be a happy boy. If they don't sign Juan Soto, I would be perfectly fine with it as well. But this is where we're at. The Dodgers are still in play. The winter meetings begin in earnest on Monday. Players, agents, front offices will be meeting up on Sunday. Maybe you get some things happening before Monday, but there is a chance there is a Juan Soto signing the announcement during the winter meetings. And where we stand right now, the Dodgers are in play. Sir Passes 10 says Soto has him or them extremely hard, and it should, because again, Juan Soto, usually we are always, as Dodgers fans, used to, you see that great white buffalo. He's not going to come to the Dodgers. He's never going to be a Dodger, but all of a sudden in the Shohei Ohtani era, it's a reality. You could get these kind of dudes. I love Teoscar Hernandez, but Juan Soto is a better baseball player, at least hitting wise. I mean, all the numbers say he's a better baseball player, but if you're trying to win, I've seen some people in our Discord chat saying "fuck your feelings," and that's sort of, I guess, a mantra some people would need to have in this Juan Soto kind of will they, won't they? I don't know, but SK saying, Soto at the price he wants is overrated. I agree. I said this on Monday, I think, or yesterday, or whenever the hell it was, Shohei Ohtani ruined free agency with this $700 million deal, because now what was going to be a $500 million contract for Juan Soto becomes a $600 million deal or north of it. It's absurd when you look at just a few years ago, Bryce Harper signing for 13 and 330. It's a wild time to be a baseball fan, but that's where we're at right now. I don't want to say much more about it because there's not much more to say, but there's your thing. The floor on Juan Soto deals right now, $600 million. Ken Rosenthal says it's expected to be at least 12 years. Mets, Yankees, Red Sox, Blue Jays, Dodgers in the mix, amongst the teams in the mix for Juan Soto's services. But that's where we're at. We'll have a better, more complete show next time we're live, but I don't know. Hopefully you got something out of this. I just wanted to talk to somebody, and you guys were here. CD Mixes, I don't know Soto to hate the guy outside of his annoying stare down at the pitcher to intimidate the pitcher. We don't know. We don't know how we would feel about Juan Soto as a Dodger. I still don't think he will be a Dodger, but it's fun to pretend. It's fun to play along. It's fun to be on this ride. And I would be very interested in seeing the baseball world lose its shit if the Dodgers also signed Juan Soto and there was insane deferrals and a massive signing bonus. Watching Padres fans cry, it would be fun. It would be a lot of fun. But guys, that's about it on this one. Sound off in the comments below if you're watching after this, what you think about Juan Soto in Dodger blue. If you want it, if you hate it, if you can convince yourself into liking it. I'm curious where now, again, a month later, a few weeks into this hot stove, how people's opinions have changed or if they've changed, if you've taken a stronger stance for or against Juan Soto. I want to know where people are at. JR says Talking Friars would go live and cry. And isn't that worth the signing? Isn't that worth the admission right there, signing Juan Soto? But that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. If you have, it's free. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Again, give this video a thumbs up. If you want Juan Soto to be a Dodger, give it a thumbs up. If you don't want it to be a Dodger, appreciate the hell out of all you guys hanging out here. Unannounced, very impromptu, very just firing from the hip kind of show tonight, which I usually don't do, but over 1,300 live between Twitter and YouTube. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the hell out of you guys. If you're looking for a different way to support the show, do check out our Patreon, patreon.com/realfrg. Or support on YouTube. Members is $5 a month, and you get to also join our Discord server where we're talking Dodger baseball all day long. So check it out. Jenny Vega just put it in the chat. It's cool. I think Discord is fun. But All Dodgers is presented by Bet Online. I'm Real FRG. Give me a follow, and that's about it. Okay, bye.